That's funny.
This is the story of a man named
Stanley.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
Psycho.
And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Okay. Is he gonna tell me? Oh my god, sensitivity. Better. Alright, we step out of the office.
All of his co-workers were gone. Oh, please. Are you really just doing this for the achievement? Click a door 5 times. Is that all that you think an achievement is worth? No. I can't just give these merits away.
I have a button for it. Don't worry.
Fine clicks.
I have a button for it.
Now suppose you were to click the door 20 times. I would say that's
Sorry for the noise.
The effort that warrants recognition. I have to say, I'm still not feeling the satisfaction of witnessing true effort for a noble cause. Perhaps 50 clicks will do it. Yes,
Okay.
almost certainly.
Keep going.
50 clicks.
It's gonna take us a little bit.
No, I'm still not feeling it. I want this achievement to have meant something. It has to be a true reward
taking it out
for
my mouth.
valiant effort. I want to see some hustle, Stanley.
Hear the
I want to see
clicking.
commitment, a willingness to go all the way, no matter what the cost. Why don't you go put 20 clicks into door number 417?
No, you're right.
Oh, great. Now, go click a few times on door 437.
Okay. Okay. God damn it.
Excellent. I think we're getting somewhere. Now, door 415. Let's give it 10 clicks or so.
And 415. 418, 417. 415.
Now, back to door number
Oh
437.
my god. Coffee. 437.
Let's see. How about you click on, well, I don't know, the copy machine? All right, back to room 417. I'm really feeling it now. I think we're getting somewhere.
417?
Okay, now go climb on employee 419's desk. Yes! This is great! You're putting it all on the line, Stanley. I like that. All right, let's keep it up. Go give me a few clicks on door 416.
416, 416, 416, 416, 416, right here. 416.
We've almost got it! Now the copy machine, do that one again!
feel like this guy's getting off on this. Yeah.
Finish it off, Stanley! 5 clicks on door 430!
1, 2, 3, 4, 5!
Yes! We did it!
Achievement!
That felt amazing.
I got 2.
Oh, you really earned it, Stanley.
Click on a door
Nothing can
430
hold you back,
times.
because I'm very
I was
proud of how
spamming
far
it.
we've come today. Just
Thank
think, only a few minutes ago, you believed an achievement was worth 5 little clicks. Really now? What were you thinking?
Okay, back to the main story.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Left. I'm following his instructions this time.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to
Thanks
his
for not getting
boss's
fired.
office,
Talk less, dude.
hoping he might
Okay.
find an answer there.
Oh, you know what? I tried reading it. No, there's no point. Oh.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
I know some of these, don't get me wrong. I do know some of these, but some of these are just poor.
There was nothing here.
I'm doing
No
it on
choice
purpose.
to make, no path to follow, just an empty broom closet. No reason to still be here.
I know I'm a little late for this, though, you know? You might as well, like, keep talking about this. But here it is, you know? It's the Stanley parable.
It was baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet. He wasn't even doing anything. At least if there was something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way. As it is, he's literally just standing there doing sweet FA.
What's FA? I don't want to search up what FA is, but sooner. Okay,
Are you
damn.
really still
Yes.
in the broom closet?
Yes, I
Standing
am.
around doing nothing? Why?
Because why not?
Please offer me some explanation here. I'm genuinely confused.
Free will.
You do realize there's no choice or anything in here, right? If I'd said Stanley walked past the broom closet, at least you would have had a reason for exploring it to find out.
Nope.
It didn't even occur to me because literally this closet is of absolutely no significance to the story whatsoever. I never would have thought to mention it.
I will
Maybe
be
to
here.
you, this is somehow its own branching path. Maybe when you go talk about this with your friends, you'll say, "Oh, did you get the broom closet ending? The broom closet ending was my favorite." I hope your friends find this concerning.
It is. They will be honestly surely disappointed that I've been spending like
Stanley was
few
fat and
minutes.
ugly and really, really stupid.
Wow.
He probably only got the job because of a family connection. That's how stupid he is.
Wow.
That or with drug money. Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
Damn. So personal.
Well, I've come to a very definite conclusion about what's going on right now. You're dead.
Damn.
You got to this broom closet, explored it a bit, and were just about to leave because there's nothing here when a physical malady of some sort shut down your central nervous system.
It's actually pretty
and
good,
you
actually. I
collapsed
love
on
John.
the keyboard. Well, in a situation like this, the responsible thing is to alert someone nearby so as to ensure that your body is taken care of before it begins to decompose.
There's nobody here.
Hello? Anyone who happens to be nearby? The person at this computer is dead. They have fallen prey to any number of your countless human physiological vulnerabilities. It's indicative of the long-term sustainability of your species. Please remove their corpse from the area and instruct another human to take their place, making sure they understand basic first-person video game mechanics and filling them in on the history of narrative tropes in video gaming, so that the irony and insightful commentary of this game is not lost on them.
That's pretty good.
All right. When you've done that, just step out into the hallway.
Nope. Not until I get either some closure or something. I'm not coming out of the closet. It's pretty sus. I'll be here for a little bit longer. I want to see if there's anything else. Unless I physically have to leave the closet, then come back in to do something.
Ah, second player. It's good to have you on board. I guarantee you too. Unbelievable. I'm at the mercy of an entire species of invalids. Perhaps there's a
Perfect.
monkey nearby you can hand the controls to. A fish? Fungus? Look, you can hammer out the details. I'm not particularly picky. I'll just be waiting for when you're ready to pick up the story again.
No achievement, no nothing. Oh my god. Alright.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Ooh. All of these doors close because they're permanent. Hell yeah. I got a feeling money's for stealing, but not yours, of course. Sorry. Sorry that a... What? Okay. Can I use the toilet? Ah, man, I can't use the toilet. Shampoo? Oh my god, I'm a vampire. Alright. That was a nice bathroom, though. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Wow.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, what dark secret was being held from him. What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him, and so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845.
2845.
But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
2845.
Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
No. I refuse. I refuse to step in the passageway. See how long it takes him. I guess I kind of have to know. Anything over here? Anything over here? Nope. Oh my god. Do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do. Okay, we're loading. Never thought there would actually be a loading.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Plot twist, I'm fired. Can I?
Whoops, nope, never mind. Stanley actually got back into the elevator and went back up. Silly me. Why did Stanley do that when he knew that it would just lead back to his boss's office? Well, that's a great question. I just can't wait to find out.
I'm curious what happens. I'm actually very curious. Oh, no.
Here we are, Stanley. It's your boss's office. Exactly the way it was before you got onto the elevator. It's still just exactly what it is. What a decision you've made to come up here and look at the office again. This has fleshed out the plot of the story in new and fascinating ways I could have never anticipated.
That's so good.
It's that keen eye for storytelling that you have. An incisive rapid fire of critical plot points, one after the other, weaving a rich tapestry of uncompromising narrative. Wow. I'm bolted to the edge of my seat.
Bolted. I'm a whatchamacallit, an author.
Incredible. Now he's getting back into the elevator and going down again. Ladies and gentlemen, how does he keep coming up with all of this?
Creativity, that's how.
Did you think we were going to go forward down the spooky corridor?
I knew it. I knew
It's
it.
time once again to go back up in the elevator.
Apologies
I
for
can't
the
even
extra
begin
loading.
to grapple with what might be up there. Is it the boss's office again? Or what if it's the boss's office this time? The suspense is killing me.
What are the chances that, like, it actually changes? I'm curious.
Oh my god. It's the boss's office.
Oh my god!
This absolutely changes everything for me. Give me a timeout here for a minute while I process this.
It's so good.
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay.
I'm prepared to embrace this stunning revelation and to move forward with... No! No, wait! No! I need more time to process.
Okay, this is pretty good. It's pretty good. Ooh.
All right. I have fully come to terms with it.
Have you
I
really,
have
though?
made space in my worldview
Have you
for
really?
this astonishing new reality. As before, I turn to your expert eye for gripping narrative, Master Stanley.
Give me 1 second. I want to do something here. Okay. Everything seems fine then. We're back! What happens? What happens if I go down the
Of
elevator
course.
one
Going
more
back
time?
down in the elevator. How did I not anticipate it? I mean, sure, now it's obvious, but you have to understand that 30 seconds ago, this kind of thing had never been attempted before. I had no frame of reference to even anticipate it. That's just how revelatory Stanley's decision-making is. A breath of fresh air in a landscape of storytelling that has grown stale and repetitive.
Alrighty, one more time to set it a goal. One more time. If nothing changes, then I'm done.
You know what? I've just thought of something. Hold on, let's stop for a moment. Don't you realize? It's the anticipation, Stanley. You and I, we have no way of knowing what will be at the top of this elevator. But the suspense, the agony of waiting and anticipating and having to guess, that's the real thrill. Oh, I simply don't want to let that feeling go. It's so precious, so fleeting. Why don't we take this elevator ride nice and slow?
The anticipation.
There we go.
It's
Isn't this
killing
so
me.
much more exciting? You know, Stanley, it seems like nowadays the only thing that audiences want is to be shocked as loudly and frequently as possible. They want big, explosive moments flung right in their faces from the very moment that things get started. But where's the tension? Where's the trust in the audience to build a slow and nuanced appreciation for the story, the characters?
The
Why aren't we
anticipation.
given time to imagine the surprises? To have to think and to anticipate and then to marvel at the eventual reveal. This is storytelling, Stanley. What you and I are doing right now. This is the most exciting narrative to be developed in years. And it's really all because of you. You're the
That.
one who took this bold step of revisiting the exact same locations over and over. Truly,
Okay,
I mean
it's
it.
an issue.
This is
It is an
unique
issue.
and different. It's not like anything else out there. You see, I want stories that surprise me, Stanley. I want to have to think. I want to be engaged and not pandered to. We're being fed such unimaginative drivel all the time, and we all know
What
it.
are
which is
those
why
things
we're
in the
so
back?
starved for content that makes us feel sharp and vital and alive. That's why people like you so much, Stanley. Because you're not afraid to spit in the face of tradition.
A tradition.
You're a role model, you know? People look up to you. Which is why... Oh, I didn't know when to spring this on you, but, well, I've gathered a little press conference for you, so that you can talk about your work and your storytelling and your life. Yes, I know you're not much for the public eye, but I thought it would especially mean a lot to the people who have been following you from the beginning. They really look up to you, Stanley. I don't know if you realize the impact you have on them. This is the kind of gesture that might leave a tremendous impact on them for the better.
Ooh.
Okay, the room where we're holding the press conference should be just around the corner here somewhere.
I'm curious. Live on stage, Stanley. Hell yeah. It's what I truly always wanted. An evening with the world peace, baby.
Ah, yes. Here it is, just through this door.
A Q&A was the world's first sentient machine.
All right, are you ready? I've told them you're going to speak a little bit about the nature of surprise and storytelling, and what it means to craft
get myself
a
ready.
truly
Gotta get myself ready.
unpredictable narrative. Oh, don't worry, you'll do great. Just be yourself and speak
Gotta
from
get
the
ready.
heart.
Gotta get ready. Gotta get ready.
I'm really proud of you, Stanley.
Okay.
Okay, it looks like they're ready for you. Go get them.
Go, 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 go. Go, 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 go. It's my moment. My 15 minutes of fame. 15 minutes of fame. Oh my god. Woo. Are these real people? Look like they're mannequins, honestly. I believe they're all mannequins. It's so loud. I'm famous, baby. Wow. Dude, that was an ending?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it
That
mean?
was an ending?
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
An ending where I was famous? I didn't even know that was an ending. Alright, this is where we actually follow directions for now, because I didn't know that was an ending. I became
Stanley came
famous.
to a set of two open doors.
Left.
He entered the door on his left.
Shocker, nobody was
Yet
here.
there was not a single person here either.
Don't get fired.
Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss. Coming to
Upstairs.
a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs.
I'm
to
rushing
his
it this
boss's
time. I'm rushing
office.
it, because I also want to see the true, the standard ending.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover
4,
not
8,
an indication of
2,
any human
5.
life. What could it mean?
Oh
Stanley
damn!
wondered
I forgot
aloud
the
to
name,
nobody.
the password.
He
Alrighty.
began wildly tearing through papers on the boss's desk, pulling books off the shelf, looking behind paintings, desperate for clues to his situation. But his attention was caught by a keypad behind the boss's desk.
4,
What could its purpose
2,
be?
8,
In fact,
5.
this keypad guarded the terrible secret that lay buried below his feet.
What is it? What's the
And so the
password?
boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number.
Or is it changed? 284.
But of course, Stanley, yet incredibly,
Damn,
by
out of
simply pushing
sheer
random buttons
randomness.
on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck.
Let's go.
Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
I still love that ending though. The ending of being a celebrity is great. Whoa. I've actually never
Stanley
seen this
walked
part.
straight ahead through the large
The
door
mind
that read
control-
Mind Control Facility.
Okay. Okay. Woo. Press.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Yes. Always. Cameras.
Now
Light.
the monitors
Cameras.
jumped to life. Their true nature revealed.
Wait, where am I?
Each bore the number of an employee in the building. Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen. And Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where
Where am I?
freedom meant
For
nothing.
employee 4, 3, 3, 4, 7? Right there, that's me. No, it's not me. Elevator.
This mind
Fired.
control facility,
Fired.
it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true.
There's 2 people who were
Had Stanley
fired?
really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated
Really,
to
those 2 people
accept
were
it
fired.
blindly?
Yes.
No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never.
Never.
It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
Yes.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions.
Mind control
happy,
status
or
offline.
sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. As the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Okay, I'm going. Yes, yes, aye, sir. I like how when I click it, it clicks. Mind control idle, awaiting input. Okay, 360. 360. Another 360.
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
Oh. Ah. Ah. Okay. Eeny, meeny, miny, on.
Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you? After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted? Control? Oh, Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do.
The
But
power!
you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system.
Oh, how
When
dare
he
you.
found that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are set to explode,
Run.
eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation then? Let's say, 2 minutes. Ah, now this is making things a little more fun, isn't
Run.
it, Stanley?
Run.
It's your time to shine. You are the star. It's your story now.
Run.
Shape it to your heart's
No,
desires.
you asshole.
Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But what precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you, about me, where we're going, what all this means. I barely know where to start.
Blow up, aren't I?
What's that? You'd like to know where your co-workers are? A moment of solace before you're obliterated? All right, I'm in a good mood.
3.
You're gonna
Where's 2?
die
Where's 1?
anyway.
Where's 1? Where's 1?
I'll
Where's
tell
1?
you exactly what happened to them. I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set
5?
you free.
There's 5
Of course, that was
machines?
merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone. Other times, I let the office sink into the ground.
Oh my God, hurry
swallowing
up.
everyone inside, or I let it burn.
I
to
found
a
3,
crisp.
4, 5.
I have to say this, though. This version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go. But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go-around will be even better.
1.
My goodness,
2.
only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock. Why not? These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time
3.
doesn't grow on trees. Oh dear me, what's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now? Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off? I mean, look at you. Running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons, no, these colored ones. Or maybe this big red button, or this door. Everything, anything, something here will save me. Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten? Won? Solved? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is? Stanley, you're in for quite a disappointment. But here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death. You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless. To see you made humble. This is not a challenge. It's
so scary.
You wanted to control this world, that's fine.
No, that's not a password you can't use.
I'm going to destroy it first, so you can't. Take a look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing. No ending here, just you being blown to pieces. Will you cling desperately to your frail life, or will you let it go peacefully? Another choice. Make it count, or don't. It's all the same to me, all a part of the joke. And believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the moment we
goodbye, world.
Until the moment I say happily.
Goodbye. It was so tense.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I'm going to take a left. I'm taking a right, sorry.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Yes, sir.
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
Da-da-da.
Yes, really,
we'll wait.
worth it being here
We'll
in
wait
the room.
since he says something else.
So utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth it.
It is. Great gameplay. Great gameplay.
At this point, Stanley's obsession with this room bordered on creepy and reflected poorly on his overall personality.
I'm still here, don't worry.
It's possible that this is why everyone left.
Possible. It's a very much a high possibility. Dun,
Stanley sat around
dun,
waiting for more dialogue.
dun.
But when a long time had passed and there was no more, he decided that the game was trying to send him a message.
Well, wait. I'm a still firm believer that he is trying to send me a message. Okay.
But at last, he'd had enough of the amazing room and took the first open door on his left to get back to business.
Nope.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all
This whole time.
There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about.
My wife?
Please, stop trying to make
My
every
kids?
decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
Oh, wow. Who's her?
This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself, to put your work aside, to let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
I'm ready. I'm ready for the commitment. Let's go. Where is she? Where is she? God damn,
That's her,
alright.
Stanley. You need to be the one to do this.
I'm scared.
To reach out to her.
I'm scared.
If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
Go. Ah, you gotta be kidding me. Oh, wait.
Oh, Stanley, is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven. All right. Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your day.
God damn it.
Gotcha. Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife?
You know, I
They want
hope.
to commit their life to you. I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here.
No.
Sorry, but you're
Wow.
a master now.
Wow. Wow, so I have to go in? Hello, wife.
This is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley. Stanley is quite a boring fellow.
Press D on my
Job that
computer?
demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence.
You know, what if I wait? This game's about waiting a lot of time, so what if I wait? Or I have time. I have all the time in the world. I have a fidget toy in my hand, you know, just waiting, hoping that something would happen. It's an infinity cube, not sponsored, not in any way, but I love it so much. Recommended from a friend. Alright, I'm pressing the button.
Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do. Now he's pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch. Now he's going home. Now he's coming back to work. One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life.
Press J. Okay.
But in his mind, he can go on fantastic adventures. From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown, fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful. And each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him.
So depressing. Press D to watch TV.
And so he began to fantasize
Wow.
about his own
You
job.
couldn't even. You
First, he
couldn't.
imagined that
Wow.
one day at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth. The thought excited him terribly.
Wow. Alright, I'm gonna spend time with the boys.
So he went further. He imagined that he came to two open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold.
Press G to prepare dinner. Alright, with my lovely wife.
As he wandered through
Okay.
this fantasy world, he began to fill it with many possible paths and destinations. Down one path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls. And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions. And down another was a game with a baby. And he called it the Stanley Parable.
Parable. Oh my god, he said it. I got kids. Hold on, where's my kids?
It was such a wonderful
Oh wow, okay,
fantasy.
she didn't disappear yet.
And so in his head, he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time.
Tell my wife I love her.
But there
Okay,
is no
and she's gone.
How could there possibly be? In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has.
My
Nothing
office
has
is slowly
changed.
coming
The longer
back.
he spends here, the more invested he gets, the more he forgets which life is the real one.
This is just painful.
And I'm trying to tell
This
him
is painful to
that
watch.
in this world he can never be anything but an observer. That as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it.
Okay, I won't. I'll listen to him. I physically have to, huh? You know what? I'm holding my ground. I'll give it a minute. I'll give it a whole agonizing minute. Ah, almost dropped my cube. Has a minute passed yet? A minute has passed. Okay, I guess I have to.
You see?
You see?
Can he just not hear me? How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself? How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself?
With a mirror. Question
I
nothing.
suppose I can't. Not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time. And I tried again. And
Please
Stanley
die.
pushed a button. And I tried again. And Stanley pushed a button. And I tried.
This is the fact that it says, please die. It's crazy. God damn, this game is interesting. I'll give it one more go around.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
I'll give it
Stanley
one more go
decided to
around.
go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
This time I went downstairs.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Going downstairs this time.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming
Nope,
to
we're
a
down.
staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Nope, we're going down.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss. Admitting he had left his post during work hours, he might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for
Stanley
no
is
reason at
crazy.
all? None of it made any logical sense.
Stanley
And as
is
Stanley
crazy.
pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down?
Okay.
Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real.
1,
And
2,
at
3,
last,
4.
he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming! He yelled.
God damn
This
it.
is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found
1,
an
2, 3,
answer,
4.
an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring
What
real-life
the-
job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground.
Oh no.
Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How
my
was
God.
he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked
What the hell?
himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating
Wow.
everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock.
That's shocking, yeah.
After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just...
He would wake up.
He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream.
Please tell me that the thing is still in the garage.
Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay.
Yes, I knew it.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
Oh, wow. Wait.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
Hold up, this is getting
Mariella
interesting.
woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body
that's
of a
pretty
man
good, that's pretty
who
good.
had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk.
This is
And
good,
although
this is
she
good.
would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind.
This is actually very elaborate.
What is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day, the very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring.
You never called
down
the
at
ambulance?
body. And then she turned and ran.
Oh my god. Stanley, you just made a fool of yourself, man. Alright. I'm gonna leave it here, because goddamn, this game was actually pretty fun and interesting, but there's so much more. Jesus.